What's up, guys? I don't know why my graphics card is so choppy, but it's a good match we had in Airmech between. Let me close some stuff. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can hear me, how well you can hear me, but hopefully the sound is pretty clear. This is a match we had against with some of the best players in this game, which is called Airmech. If you're watching this video, maybe you have or haven't heard about this game, but yeah, this is a very good game for real-time strategy. If you like real-time strategy, so basic start. At this point, I'm communicating with the team, we had agreed that we're going to take middle, so I have these shooters here to take out this, so that our creeps can just walk through these units, but they have this unit here that's going to keep healing. They're going for the bottom. I think they start to kind of notice we're going for middle, right here. Pretty interesting strategy. The point is to try not to lose any units, but to take over as many units as possible, as fast as you can. And I'm over here just trying to distract and see what they got going. And we're starting to take this base over, but now they're starting to realize, so they have units here. We make a big mistake here. I die somehow trying to shoot. One of them dies with the anti-air. When I play against good players, and then one of us dies, so my teammate says, oops, we lose 2 units, which is not good. But we're neutralized this base, so they're not making money, but we're still making money right here because we still have our base. So they're destroying my tanks, which sucks, so now we already lost 4 tanks. So that puts us at a major disadvantage. He's able to recover 1 tank. I'm not sure if it's still going to die here. And that's when I start shooting. They were not able to get the kill on me thanks to the loop. I'm able to put some artillery, bring back one of the tanks, and start shooting like crazy. At this point, I think this is where the energy, these little things create energy, these little barrels, generators, and I think they're kind of broken because of how much shots I'm able to get off without taking damage and just being able to destroy so many units here. And all while this is happening, and I go down. All while this is happening, they've already taken this base. So now we both have 2 bases, but also we've had our base up for longer. And also what I like to do here is use these gray bases as the defense, because they have to get to those to get to us first, so we have an extra defense there. Still able to take over a lot of units here, able to get a kill. I'm just able to take down so many units while barely losing any. I know this is gonna go down, but they're losing so many more. It's a pretty good trade-off. Just look at how many units they just lost. Just look at their numbers just going down and down and down. So now the battle's coming over here. We're starting to see like, okay, we gotta start taking over here, but at the same time we're still trying to take over this. So we're just destroying units here left and right. It's just getting eaten. All these units just bye. And he's dropping the energy, but I didn't realize, so I'm up, but then I crouch again. And that's why sometimes I wish the communication was a little bit better in this game, like a better system to use the mic, because you can't talk on the mic, but I don't even know what button it is. I wish it was something very simple, And here we're sniping units. I'm able to go down and get a lot because they don't really have any anti-air, and he's helping me over here, able to kill these units super quickly. And I'm just trying to snipe around the turtle, but regardless, doing damage is still good because you're taking up energy and resources from them. Now I'm not able to recover that generator here, but it's a good trade-off for how many units they're using. and kgbxyle trying to fight, but taking way too much damage from the sniper. And putting up the turtle, but good thing you can aim this gun. So at this point they have 2 bases now, but they've lost so many units that I'm not sure if for them that's beneficial or not. And I'm dropping that gaddy mostly just as a distraction, just so they can kind of like get their mind taken away from me so I can snipe, and from this guy over here because I know he needs a little bit of help taking over these spaces. So I'm still here, still sniping, trying to take over this space. I haven't given up. Makeshift coming in, should get the kill on me, but oh, can't give it a heal. But I still have my unit here doing damage, so now he's placing units here, some shooters. While over here we have our units. So at this point they're technically winning now. They have 3 bases, they have a lot of units on the ground, but now I'm able to come help my friend here. And we lose so many units here, but I'm able to save these 2. Remember, you don't want to lose any units because it all helps. Even the creeps, even the foot soldiers, it'll help. It helps to have every single unit. And I'm over here doing that. I don't know where the other guy is, but now we're trying to fight here against these guys. And thanks to the sniper, some anti-airmech missile stuff, and my teammate here were able to destroy tons of units, almost all their army. Now at this point it looks like they're winning, but really if you look at the unit count, 41, 45, 22, 28, it's not, we're not losing by that much. And we have the middle base, which is, if you have that base well secured, it's really helpful because it's really close to the enemy and it's in the middle of the map and it's on an island kind of, so it's a really good strategic location. This guy possible to kill because he has strong armor from the front. With me seeing now that I have a friend here, grabbing these soldiers to distract on the back, able to drop him here and just start shooting, trying to kill this guy with the point blank shot to the head, but not able to do it. But at this point I realized, okay, we took this over. He has too many healing units, not enough tanks, and me and this guy are trying to take over this guy, trying to kill him while at 1 HP, while I was at the same time. So everybody dies except this guy makeshift, but we are able to take this base. And since it's early in the game, the deaths, they give you a lot of XP to the enemy team, but they don't slow you down that much time-wise. So they have about 4 units here, 2 anti-air, 1 tank, 1 turtle, but we start pushing. Now I'm sniping from behind right here, their weak spot, tank down, they have nothing defending against the floor. I get this guy with a good, kind of lucky, but aim headshot, able to destroy their army easily. Destroyed 1 unit, but now they're dropping a tank here, which is our weak spot. Now we have 0 defenses here, but still not, you know, still kind of ignoring it. I messed up here because I put this on T. I should have not done that, but it's a good distraction while we're fighting here. Because we're fighting here, we're going to take over this, and now they gotta come address these units over here, which is kind of stupid to lose so many. But at the same time, it was pretty smart because now we're able to neutralize this. They have no bases on the floor. Did minimal damage to the base, but now they have no bases here, so they can't really get infantry to take over this base because they have to fill up this one first. And now we're able to hold our base all the while affecting their resources. And now look at the tank difference, unit difference, 18 to 43. So now they're also trying to take over here, and I realized that a little bit too late, but I am able to come here. I'm kind of realizing at this moment what he's doing, but I'm also trying to take over as many, destroy as many of their defenses as possible, because if I'm sniping, I'm doing a lot of damage. That's damage that they can't really come back from once the units are dead. So I'm able to fill up these, but I didn't really see that guiding in this unit here until I dropped my units. So I'm able to take this over. My friend here dying because I'm too busy sniping. So a little frustrated that I let him die. Now I'm trying to fight these guys off and get them off with here. And I am able to take this base. Lord of Lords here, defending the other base for me. And you see one big difference here, they still have this ratchet. We don't have nothing there, so our units are free to walk on this bridge to take over bases, and their units get killed by the neutrals. So Lord of Lords able to kill KGB. And this is right here where it got very hard, because these guys are some of the best in the world. So it was really hard to just take over this last base, because you know, when you have a vicious animal cornered, it's gonna fight for its life, and what's going on here. But at this point, I don't care what I hit. I'm just trying to do damage, trying to distract them, trying to keep them busy, because my strategy now is to try to start taking over with infantry and building a stronger infantry to start taking over their bases. So if you look right here, we have way more defenses, but you know, we want to secure this win. We don't want to try to do anything silly, you know, so we want to secure this win. And here I think I put these units on attack, which was kind of a bad idea, but at the same time, it's good because it's starting to force them to kind of like stay busy defending and not really be able to move. They're playing our game basically, not their game. So now I'm able to get these bot spawners right here, 1, 2, 3, you know, a couple of them. So that will give us the advantage, especially because as the game goes on, you're able to, and I'm dying right here, so now makeshift level 10, and this guy's level 9. But I am also able to drop and do some damage here. So, you know, little by little we're picking at him. Jabs, everything. It's like a boxing match, you know. Gotta do face body. So right here we still have a good defense, you know. They're kind of trying to do a counter push, but luckily we've been good with our resources. We have a lot of resources here. And now I'm just trying to destroy the healing units so that when my infantry is walking here, these little foot soldiers, they can just chip away at the HP of this tank. So I'm just trying to make sure that my troops survive. I'm just trying to get a kill, but we are able to have a pretty good balanced army here, which makes it almost impossible to walk by or fly by, because we got anti-air and anti-ground. So they're taking a lot of damage right now. I'm level 11, level 10 and 9, Lord is 9. So we have the advantage in levels, but we also have the advantage in resources and in bases. So we're just trying to take over this base, and one problem kind of here is that they're able to fight together because they only have one base to defend. So because we have two bases, we're fighting them on two fronts separate, which makes it a little bit harder on the offensive, which offense always kind of at a disadvantage. You know, the reason why is because when you're playing defensively, your units are still, their aim, you know, they're not moving, so it's a lot easier to just kind of like hold position and fight incoming enemies with very few units. And these guys are experts, so they know exactly where to place units. You know, they know what to do to avoid getting hit. At this point, I'm just dropping these kind of more as a distraction to expose their weaknesses and get them to have to defend. You see, this thing's not really taking any damage, so now he's gonna have to do something about it. I have to destroy it, all the while I'm putting more pressure in the front. So for now I'm kind of forcing them to have to defend every single side, and I make a big mistake here dying. That's gonna slow down our progress a lot, because I intended to stop these units here, and now instead I'm going to lose a whole lot of units that I meant to stop so I can snipe. Nonetheless, it's still good though, because although I'm giving them 3 levels, you see now they're a higher level than us, we're also forcing them to move units, and not to sit still and come up with a plan, because if they come up with a plan, right now they start seeing our weaknesses, they can take us over. Like if you look right here, this is not really that well defended, this is not that well defended, so, and we have nothing at base, so can't really let them come up with a plan. And I'm making the big mistake of letting my unit attack when I'm not really ready with a big enough army. Nonetheless, it's still good though, looking at them, keeping them busy. And I don't want to die, but I die again, which is really bad, because now they're an even higher level. So this is kind of where we're just getting a little bit, I get a little bit impatient, and I need to really just build the army before I can really do an attack. But we're still here, we're still fighting, and due to my mistakes, we almost end up losing this base. But I realized it, so I put down some units which are not the right units that need to defend against this tank attack. But due to the Angel mech being super strong, we are able to get a good shot right here, killing him. We're able to take this tank and also defend my friend, kill a lot of this anti-air, and shoot this. Right here, I don't know what's going on with my beaming, but it seemed like some of the shots weren't hitting. And I am able to get them to knock everything out of the way, which is good, because now they have to travel a farther distance to try to pull our base. So right now they have our base, they're here. We have one base, we still have a good defense here, and we're nearing to max units. So one thing I like to do when I reach max units, it's either push or cheese, because when you start reaching max units, you have unused credits that you could be using. So I like to use those. KGB dying here. I guess the reason makeshift didn't die is because he was able to distract. Angel's very strong, but he's also he's kind of fragile, or she, if I may, that's kind of a girl Airmech, female Airmech. But I made a big mistake here because I put these way too close, and the Airmech that I'm fighting is too strong in the front, so I'm not really able to do much to him. But it is still good though, because you're still getting him to use energy and getting them to kind of watch their position. So right here, they almost have an impenetrable fortress right now. But the bad thing is that we can't really just push in, because if we push in, we just spread out. We have to join the army, but by joining the army, we're going to expose everything to. So right here, makeshift now, just kind of distracting, messing around with him. And now I'm down, trying to see if we can punish him. But he's too fast, too good at dodging, and armor him too slow, so he's able to get away. We're still applying pressure, able to loop out of that. Okay, now this on for about 20 minutes. I can do that this long. But now we have, so we're here, we're obviously winning. Now they just won't give up. But, you know, long war is not good for anybody, so I'm trying to find a way, anything, to see if, you know, I can do some damage and get them to like open up their defenses a little bit. Just get them to budge, you know. And now right here I'm able to put in intensive units and also able to stay CZ, so freezing all their attacks, so now they can't attack. And we are able to do tons of damage here and also destroy some of their tanks. It's just going very easily without a fight, and we're able to do an extreme amount of damage. Now the only bad thing here, I don't know if I messed up, I put these on C, and then I put them back on T, and I don't know if that messed up. That messed up the attack because it stopped attacking the base. So you can see the HP stopped moving, and I think that was largely my fault. So now, but also I think that stasis from Neo might also stop attacks. So maybe that's also why. So we're able to push, but luckily I knew we had extra money, and now I'm able to reset up our defenses right away, so they won't do a counter push. Otherwise, it would have been able to take over at least the base, you know, one at a time, and then we can just take us over completely. So now this guy realizes I have the bot spawners, so I'm putting more defenses here, which is units really I was just gonna bring here, but I just dropped them to scare him. And now Lord of Lords is going for this space, and these guys were about to attack, but now they gotta move them, which is good because this might have been able to take over. But now they gotta come back here, move backwards, and they are able to destroy the weaker tank, but not the stronger one. So now Lord of Lords going in for the attack, and also put these guys over here destroying him, and really without me to help him, can't really do much here. But he is able to do some damage, and he is able to kind of get them to move their units out of their comfortable position. Okay, so now we're here, and I really don't want to try to cheese anymore because it's the predictable thing, but also at the same time I'm just trying to have this over with, so I'm trying to see if I can drop some creeps in there that won't really cost me anything and still be able to do some damage to the base. So now I'm able to kill this guy, which, you know, maybe against another mech you would be able to do a push like this, but Angel is basically the strongest tank in Airmech, so nothing could really stand on the ground against Angel. So everything's dead. And I just noticed I have a spawner I'm not using. Now they're able to drop a tank here, which I'm not sure if it's a Goliath or a Devastator. I think it's Goliath. But as you can see, it's doing tons of damage. And I'm over here trying not to die because I don't want to lose too much HP here. But I'm able to drop some bot spawners and then bring this back to help me defend against this tank. Putting these infantries on stop because infantries are very strong in the late game. I'm just able to drop some bot spawners so I can steal that Goliath. I mean, not the Necros. The Necros, they can revive dead units, but come back as half HP. So every time you build a Necro, you also want to build some healing units after it, because your units need to come back half HP. Now right here, this is where we messed up. We pushed, we got impatient, we wanted to push, we were able to do a lot of damage, and they're taking over everything now. And we're just trying our hardest to defend. So now at this point, we're just trying to like finish the match, but they're not giving up without a fight. and really I just want this to end. So I'm sure my partner does too, so we're just trying to like really cheese and see if we can do something before, because it's just taking too long. We have lives, we have things to do, you know. So I die trying to do that, and now they're actually making a comeback, which to me I'm like, damn, this sucks, because you know these are very good opponents and I really wanted to win, and now it looks like we're losing, and I felt like it was my fault. So you know, at this point we can simply just take over every base. Not even that's getting harder because we've lost so much ground again. And now they're able to build bigger. Look at them. Look at their how many units they're able to build now. They are able to come in here. Lord of Lords is able to do a lot of damage. And we are able to come in here and almost get him to 1 HP. At this point, I'm I give up on trying to take over. So I'm just gonna try to take back the bases and win by domination, because they have to play defensive. So now the outside bases are going to be a little bit more open. So they're only tank here, taking it back, retreating to a slow defeat. And with bot spawners in place, infantry is easily just picking everything down. And here I get shot again. HP won't go all the way down. Destroy some of these infantry. Get some XP. Now look at their levels, they're 17 and 15. And we're 13 and 15. We're just feeding into them by trying to destroy this base. So now they're at basically 1 HP. And we're almost there. But now they're taking over middle, and if this happens, we can possibly lose the match. Now, big mistake these guys made, they don't have a lunch box. I believe that's what it's called, which is a shield for the base. And that's going to cost them the game, because if they had that, they probably couldn't make a comeback and not have to worry so much about defending their base, because it gives you more HP for your base. So right here, seeing this guy's going to come back and try to take the base. I got some units. Nice. And then game is over. Thank God for the sniper. Who knows how long we would have been here. There you have it. First time beating this guy. Makeshift did even more damage than me. Oh, actually, he got a higher score. I did the most damage. Built the most units. And destroyed the most. Actually, Makeshift destroyed more units than me somehow. And my kill death was horrible, but we won. So it counts. You might lose the battle, but you win the war. So thanks for watching. These guys are all very good players. They're all friends, but they are some of the best in the world. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed and hope you can learn some stuff from these matches.